Very good afternoon, my dear student. Today I am going to discuss IPR and plagiarism under the societal impact. So, as I am discussing about the societal impact, under the societal impact, what the things today's topic is IPR and plagiarism. So, let's see what this IPR and plagiarism are. IPR. What is IPR? IPR, as I have discussed in my previous video, IPR means what? That will going to give your intelligence protection rules. IPR means intelligence protection rule. Your intelligence protection or privacy. Your intelligence privacy, how to protect it, how to protect your intelligence privacy. The intelligence you have, the intelligence that you are taking, each and every intelligence based on which you are making the different pattern of things. So how you can protect it? What is that? One of the very first point, it is said that patent. Okay, patents means to protect technologies. A patent act. Patent act. What is this patent act means? A patent act means the thing which is made by a single person. That particular person will going to have its right. Only that particular person will can share or do the work with the particular things or the particular work or the particular intelligence what the person has, isn't it? Whom the person want to share, where the person want to share, and how the person want to share. So based on those things, what we find it that patent will be going to make, isn't it? So this is the patent. That means you have a patent right. That means you are the owner of that particular thing. You are the owner of that particular work. So similarly, your idea, when it is a patent, you have made a patent of your ideas of making, suppose they were making a car which can move from one place to another with an battery or without consuming the petrol very quickly and very fast. That means this is the patent that you have. Okay, so this is a patent right, number one. Number two, what is that? That is a trademark. What is a trademark? To protect the words. That means you have written something, you have given some signs, some logos, some labels. So there, those are the trademarks. As you see one logo, we can say, oh, this is the logo of this particular company. Oh, this is the logo of that particular. How we know it? Isn't it? This is the logo of a Nike. This is the logo of Bata. This is the logo of Khadims. This is the logo of Himalayan. Isn't it? This is the logo of Dabur. This is the logo of Patanjali. So how we know it? But those the things are your what? Different types of trademarks. Isn't it? By saying that this is the patent, this is the things of Brook Bond. Okay, so this is the thing what you know that these are the signs, these are the logos, these are the labels. What we find it that are also been given protected, that are needed to be protected, because we can find that lot of companies are there, lot of persons are there who are making it, isn't it? Making the same pattern of product and selling the same pattern of product with the same pattern of name, but little bit difference on the name when the trademark has came in the market, when government has given the sanction of the trademark. Next, what we find it that there is a design. What is this particular design means? To protect the ornamental configuration. Suppose you have one design. Made in India is one design. Make in India. One line is there and there are different parts are there, and there you find make in India is given. So make in India is what? That is a design. So this particular design is what? Design of what? Our country, isn't it? So this design, it comes under a act, that is a design act. Similarly, there are different pattern of designs as we are seeing. We like those designs, so we find it those designs are under that particular company's act. Next, what? The geographical identification. What is a geographical identification? The specification from which particular thing it is, whether it is from India, it is from Pakistan, it is from Kerala, it is from Tamil Nadu, it is from Bangladesh. What is the geographical identification of the product is, isn't it? So that is what we can find it, that there is some geographical identification. Next word, see the copyright. Copyright means to protect the literacy and artistic work. That means what the work has been done, that particular work, what is the copyright of that particular work, isn't it? So copyright has been given to the work based on which the particular company or particular organization or particular person who are making it, isn't it? So this is the thing what we see, this is the part what we see, that we are having all this particular pattern of copyright. So as we are having all this particular pattern of copyright, we see it that this particular pattern of copyright is also a very important part. So IPR, your intelligence protection rules. What is the intelligence protection rules? That we find it that there are the protection rules according to which the legally the thing has been given protected, isn't it? So it has been given legalizations. In our country we find that specifications has been done and it can be protected. Okay, there is a monopolize on the particular sector. Now patent act come in India in the year of 1970. Design act come in India in the year of 2000. Trademark act come in India, that means it came in India and it became active in 1999. Okay, Geographical Identification Act come in India in the year of 1999. Copyright Act started in 1957. Protection of Integrated Circuits and Layout Design Act in 2000. Protection of the Plant Variations and Farm Rights in 2001. So this is the thing what we find it, that we will going to have those particular sectors and those particular things. So as we are having those things, as we are having those sectors, we find it that there are the different type of rules are there. And following these rules, what we can do, we can make our things legalized, we can work our thing in a very legal way. So you see it that there is a plagiarism. Plagiarism means to theft, isn't it? So the act of presenting the words, item, image, sound, or creative expressions of the other as it's you are creating your own. That means you have taken other ones and you are supposing that you have created by it by your own. So this is the thing what you find. This is the part what you find, that that is what is your theft. So as you are thefting the particular thing, that means you are doing the work of plagiarism. Plagiarism is derived from the Latin word plagaris, which means kidnap or abduce. So this is what control plus C, control plus V, isn't it? Why it is important? Why the plagiarism is important? Why we need to understand the plagiarism? Plagiarism is what stealing the intellectual property. Plagiarism is what is a cheating. Plagiarism of an academic offense. Plagiarism is an academic theft. So all these things the plagiarism are. That means if anyone do plagiarism, they are doing all these things. That means stealing someone intellectual property, cheating someone's work. Plagiarism act the academic offense. Plagiarism is an academic theft. So all these things what we find, what we see, that they are being worked and they are being utilized. Okay, so this is the utilization, this is the work what we find, that it can be given in a certain fact, it can be given in a certain scenario, isn't it? So we must stop the plagiarism. Plagiarism should not be there and plagiarism is not to be implemented. So what we say, there are the two types of plagiarism. What are those two types of plagiarism? One is an international plagiarism, one is an uninternational plagiarism. What do you mean by an international plagiarism? International plagiarism, as the name suggested, international, it is a totally worldwide. That means a copyright of other works. Suppose there is a company, as I said you, Nike, isn't it? Nike is a worldwide company. So this the particular company is selling the market from their house to the another house. That means another country. So when they are selling it, they has their own particular logo and they has their own particular pattern of writings. Through which we can understand, yes, it is what? It is the particular pattern of what? Nike companies, okay, product. But we find it in different countries, there are the different person who are making a same pattern of product and giving a name of a Nike. But when it has been given, when the thing has been done, given the copyright, so we find it so many of them are doing the international plagiarism. Those the things are been what? Those the things are been nowadays has been reduced. Cut paste from the electronic resource. So we are cutting and pasting from the different pattern of electronic resources. So those the electronic resources what we find, those the electronic resources what we see, that each and every electronic resources there are the different type of work we can find there, isn't it? Downloading the easy task, that is an internet and presence as in our own work. Clear? And uninternational plagiarism means not to know that the account is incorporated source. Okay, information through the proper what? Phrasing, summarizing, quotations. Okay, that is what careless copying or cutting, pasting the things, quoting the different unnecessary things, quoting the other words. So all these things what we find, all this part what we find, that these are the particular structure what we find it, that it will going to have a plagiarism. Different pattern of plagiarisms are there, and those different pattern of plagiarism what we are seeing it, that it will going to have what? The impact in our life. It is making an impact in our life in a different means or different ways. So plagiarism, violation of IPR. How we, what is that? First and foremost, as I have said, you plagiarism. Plagiarism is the particular internet. We can see the thing and we can take it from there. That is what one pattern of plagiarism. Many of us, we all are doing it. So they are different, but authentically, if you are taking that, that is not an plagiarism, isn't it? So when we are taking it from the identified source, when you are doing the work from the unidentified source, there we find it that in each of the cases, in each of the part, we find it that this particular pattern of plagiarism is working. Okay, this particular plagiarism is been given, it has been abused. Clear? Next, what we find, copyright infringement. Copyright infringement means what? That particular copyright has been given for company. So now that particular copyright has been infringed, means the image has been taken by someone and using for their own purposes of work. So this is what we can find it, that violations of the things, downloading the image and use the image for their own uses and showing it that this is the image of them, isn't it? So this is what the copyright is. That means what the copyright has been given, that copyright has been dead. Clear? So this is how we can find it. Those are the different pattern of plagiarisms and copyrights what is being used in the violations of IPR. Now, how can you avoid the plagiarism? We can avoid the plagiarism in different ways. First and foremost, use your own ideas. You are not used to take the different people's ideas, not any other people idea, but you have to use your own idea. Number one. Number two, cite the source from where you are getting. Else someone's idea are used. Always give the acknowledgement to the source that you are using that particular one's writing or quoting or things, that I read this line, this is by APJ Abdul Kalam. I read this line, this is from Rabindranath Tagore, isn't it? So these are the things what we are giving them a respect, we are acknowledging them. So this is the thing what we find. Writes other idea in your own word. Rewrite. The other has given some idea. Now make it your own idea and make a new idea from that. That is what said, rewriting their own others idea in your own. Next, what we can find, careful note. You can take a careful note of the particular things, isn't it? And develop what? Develop your writing skills. So those are the things what we can find. In this way, you can avoid the plagiarism. Okay. So thank you, students. This is the pattern. This is the session I am ending here about the topic what has been discussed. Thank you all.